Hello! Welcome back to my channel. So today I want to talk about my skincare routine and I want to talk about my Accutane story. So I started getting acne when I was in 5th grade, and that's when I got my menstrual cycle, and I would get breakouts right on my forehead, and I would beg my mom to cut my bangs because I just didn't want to show my forehead. And I'm pretty sure that made it 10 times worse because I was not allowing my skin to breathe, and that was just a mess. I would be obsessed with searching online all these products, Clearasil, Neutrogena, Acne Free, all this stuff I would use. I was so convinced reading all these reviews, oh, this is gonna work, this is gonna work. So throughout high school, I used Proactive and Proactive, the 3-step system, the original 3-step system. It really helped during high school. It dried out my skin a lot, but I did see results after using it. By the time I started college, my skin freaked out. Literally, it was a whole different environment, different food, just stuff I wasn't accustomed to. The stress levels of college, it really got to my skin, and I experienced cystic acne, those bumps that go under your skin. Oh my gosh, it was so painful, and I would cry almost every day. It was just not a good experience, and you know it's bad when you go to sleep and it's painful to sleep on a certain side just because you have a zit there. I begged my mom. I was like, Mom, please take me to a dermatologist. I want to see someone that can help me. Thank God for doctors. They're there to help us. And I know a lot of you guys might not agree because you probably had a bad experience with a doctor that really didn't care about you. But honestly, when you find a doctor that truly cares about you, it's amazing. So we started on minocycline, which is an antibiotic, and I'll put links down below of exactly what I'm talking about. I'm not no doctor, so... And at the same time, I was using benzoyl peroxide wash in the morning, and then I was using, I believe, Retin-A at night, and I was also using CeraVe moisturizer. The minocycline, it caused some stomach pain, so I had to stop that after a couple months. Then I went on a topical that was called clindamycin, and I believe it's also an antibiotic, so that helped, a little bit. Honestly, all these things were temporary fixes. It was clear first, a couple weeks, months, but then after a while, it was just boom, back in it, full force, cystic acne. And I even tried cutting out dairy, and that didn't work. Finally, after trying all these things, my dermatologist was like, honestly, I feel you'd be the perfect candidate for Accutane. Accutane is not something that you just go to the doctor, you're like, oh, I want to try Accutane. Alright, give me the prescription. No, it's a whole process. You have to be a candidate for it. Accutane is a form of vitamin A. It reduces the amount of oil released by oil glands in your skin and helps your skin renew itself more quickly. Accutane is used to treat severe acne. It is usually given after other acne medicines or antibiotics have been tried without successful treatment of symptoms. It's actually not an easy process for females to be on this medication. You have to sign contracts that you will not get pregnant, because if you get pregnant on Accutane, it's severe birth defects. I'm not worried about that because I'm not married, having sex, or anything like that, so it was no big deal for me. But I still had to do the blood work every month. It was seriously no joke, and it was a time commitment too, because I had to go get the blood work every month. And then I also had to visit my dermatologist so that he can give me a prescription every month. And there are also a lot of side effects like blurry vision, depression, mood swings. I was so scared of all the side effects that were listed. But honestly, I felt so desperate. I was like, you know what? I'm willing to take the risk. But thank God that the only side effect that I really experienced was dry skin. My skin was like the Sahara Desert. It was so bad. I could not leave the house without chapstick. No, not at all. My lips would literally crack or bleed. So I started on a low dose and gradually increased. I believe I did 40 milligrams a day, then they increased me to 60, and then I went to 80 milligrams a day. So this process took 7 to 8 months. There was this 1 month where I lost my packet of pills for that month. I lost 10 days worth of pills. And I was at the movie theater and I brought it in my bag, and it accidentally slipped out during the movie, and I didn't realize until I got home. And then I called the movie theater. I was like, oh my gosh, please, do you guys have it? And pretty sure somebody threw it out not knowing what it was, but that was rough. It kind of set me back a little bit, so my dermatologist was a little upset, but we got right back on track. I don't recommend that you, if you're on Accutane, do not take your pills anywhere. My mom was always like, leave those pills home because if you lose it, like you lose it. You can't get a replacement. You just have to wait until your next appointment. In the beginning, I experienced what's called the purge phase, which is when your skin breaks out like mad. My skin was angry. It was just like boom, 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 pimple every day, pimple every day. And I was so scared. I was like, oh gosh, I really hope that I'm not one of the people that get that purge phase, but I got it. And it was painful, but honestly it lasted like a month and a half and that was it. And then I started seeing results. Accutane is not for someone who's impatient. You have to be super patient because it doesn't work overnight. It takes a while. But finally I can sit here and say my skin is the clearest it's ever been. It's been consistently clear for like 5 months. I never thought I'd be able to say that, but Accutane saved my skin. And I mean, my skin is not perfect. I still break out when I have like my menstrual cycle. I get like whiteheads, but nothing. I mean like nothing like before. The best advice that I could probably give someone who's struggling with their skin is to visit a professional. There's a reason they're a professional. They know what they're doing. They know what they're talking about. They studied this. Honestly, it's trial and error because like I said before, I did minocycline, clindamycin, proactive, all that junk. I spent so much money. But honestly, it's trial and error. I know, like, there's so many other things in life. You're probably thinking like, oh my gosh, this girl's talking about her skin. It's not that big of a deal. Like, there's people having like other things going on in their life way worse than having acne. But honestly, if you have suffered with acne, you know that it takes a toll on your life. It really does. It's not something that you can fix with makeup. I would literally always have to wear makeup to feel confident. And that was a horrible mindset. Now I can go out without makeup and not even care. I'm proud that I experience all that I experienced. We're out here trying to heal our skin, and I mean, it's nothing to be ashamed of. Nobody's perfect. For some it takes longer, for some it takes just a couple weeks to like clear one zit out. I just want to encourage you, don't give up. Your skin will clear one day, maybe in 3 years, 2 years, 7 months. Just keep trying. Don't give up because I know there's a fix out there for you. And like I said before, it's a process. Please don't give up and feel discouraged about your skin. Your process and your story is one day probably going to help somebody else. So just keep at it, stay encouraged. And now I want to show you guys exactly my skincare routine because I know I did an Instagram poll and asked you guys if you wanted to see my skincare. So here it is. Here are all my products. Let me start with the nighttime. I usually wear, you know, my makeup, so I have to remove it. Do not go to sleep with makeup on, no matter how tired you are, girl. That's the worst thing that you can do. It'll clog your pores, all that mess. You don't want that. First thing I do is I use Pond's. I've used this for years. My mom got me on this. I wipe my face with these wipes, which are so good. And if I leave anything, like if there's still traces of makeup, I'll go in with my Garnier Micellar Cleansing Water and I use a cotton pad. This is really good for even waterproof mascara. After that, I'll wash my face. This is a new facial cleanser I've been trying, and it was $10 just for like the travel size at Sephora. This is the Detoxifying Black Cleanser by Boscia. I love it. I raved about this on my Insta story. And after that, I do the Invigorating Night Transformation Gel. This is super good if you have post-acne marks, the dark pigment. I love it. And also I follow up with the moisturizer. It comes in like a 3-step kit, which I am obsessed with, which I also used this while I was on Accutane and it was super good. And then I'll do a lip scrub from Lush. This is my fave. And then I'll follow up with my Vaseline for my lips. Then I'll do the Belief Moisturizing Eye Cream. That's my night care routine, and sometimes I do my Origins Clear Improvement Charcoal Mask. This is really good. When I have my menstrual cycle and I have like those whiteheads that come up, this is really good. In the morning, I like to do an exfoliator. This is the Ulla Henriksen Transformation Walnut Scrub, and it was taller before, but I cut it. Girl, if you're running out of product, just cut it. Don't buy another one. There's still product in there. I would also do the Boscia cleanser. I would do the Boscia cleanser first and then do like an exfoliant. Then I'll follow up with my Ulla Henriksen Truth Serum. Super good. It smells like oranges. Love it. It helps to like brighten your skin. Just the whole 3-step system has helped with my acne marks that I've had. And then I'll follow up and do my SPF. This is First Aid Beauty. This is SPF 30. So make sure you guys are protecting your skin. Very important, girl. And then again, I'll do the eye cream. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all I do, and then I'll follow up with my makeup steps. I'm missing one thing. This facial spray with aloe, cucumber, and green tea. This by Mario Badescu. Yes. My skin was oily before Accutane, but now it's like not oily the slightest, which is something I'm really grateful for because my skin was like an oil slick. And now it's like normal. Whatever normal is. Normal to me. Alright, so that's my skincare. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I just want to finish this video by saying clear skin does not come overnight. I am living testimony that it does not happen overnight. It is a process. You will get through it, and you are beautiful just the way you are, and continue to be confident and walk in the truth. You are designed by a creator that loves you immeasurably. That is mind-blowing. He literally picked out what you were gonna look like, and you're beautiful. Isn't that amazing? Oh my gosh. Okay, bye!
Out of the madness, up from the ashes, there is a purpose you were made for. Stand up and shine!